How y'all doing? So, this is a little video about the realities of business. Salon in. I ain't gonna be before you long, but I just took a shower, it everything. I got my bonnet on, ready to go to bed. But I just thought, let me share this. Um, Going into salon business or any type of business, especially a business where you're going to have a brick and mortar or a building, or you're renting a space or you're buying, hopefully, the space that you're going to be in if you can. A lot of times, the reason why most businesses fail within those first 3 to 5 years is because they bite off way more than they can chew. Okay. Now, of course, we know that we should definitely be using someone else's money as much as possible in order to start our business, in order for us to, go after whatever business endeavors that we may have. Capital is great. You definitely want to have some backing for yourself, and you definitely want to have your ducks in a row as far as your home life and your main bills and everything, because them still got to be paid. Whether your business make $1, you still got bills to pay outside of that. So you may have business credit, you may have gotten a big loan or whatever, but a lot of reasons why businesses do not survive, end up going bankrupt, is because they bit off more than they can chew. They went ahead and bought a big old building, or rented a big space or big building, thinking that it was going to fill up, or with people, booth renting, or thinking that people were going to, get all their suites, or thinking that, they were going to sell out of whatever their product is really quickly or whatever. You need to make sure that you have a budget for everything, and for each month that you are in business, you need to not be thinking about, oh, we did well last year, so we just gonna automatically do well the next year. No, it don't always work like that. COVID showed us that. Okay, so let's say, for instance, great example, if you're in a salon like myself, but you are going to have different people in your salon, especially if you're doing booth rent. This is even essential information. Even if you are going to do like commission or something like that, you still have to keep the lights on, keep the doors open. Okay. If you are going to open up a shop, a lot of people open a shop like, oh, this is going to be a cash cow. I'm going to have 10 booths and everybody's going to pay me $100 a week, let's say, which nowadays is a lot higher than that. Sometimes it's 150, maybe 200 a week. Most I've heard for like a booth that's not like your own suite is, let's say, 250 a week. Okay, so 250 a week, let's say, at the top, $1,000 a month. You got 10 chairs. You automatically like, oh, I'm gonna make 10 bands a month. The space only costs $3,000. So I'm gonna make 10 bands a month, and if we have product or anything like that, we're gonna make so much or so much money. But then you don't get the 10 stylists in. But then you get them in and then half of them leave. Or you get them in, but they are not there all the time, and they start feeling like they don't have to pay them weeks or something, or whatever kind of faux pas ends up happening. You still have to be able to foot that bill. Okay, I know people that have had shops, big shops, had a bunch of people in their shop, and around the same time everybody decided to do their own thing, and now these people are working like a chicken with his neck cut off, running around, scrambling, You've went from, maybe doing a few clients in a week because, you've been compensated by the booth rent that's happening, to now you trying to scramble and get all your old clients back, and now you taking new clients again and stuff like that, because you got to keep the lights on. You trying to keep your business together. You're trying to keep your brand together. Get what you can afford. Get what your business can afford. If your business credit is giving you, 100,000, 200,000, 50,000, whatever that it is, work within that. Okay? Work within that and know that you can generate that. Know that you have that. Know that you're able to get your hands on that. Know that you can adequately do that on your own, on a smaller scale. Because if you it's cool to think on a mountaintop. You should definitely be projecting that we're going to do this and we're going to do that. You should. But to be practical about your business, you still want to make sure that if don't nobody come by nothing, the doors is open. We are not banking on the only way that we're going to be open, only way that we can pay the rent is if we make this many sales. No. That's the main reason for you to have business credit off top, is so that you can, begin, without having as many sales as you're going to have, later on and stuff like that, so that you can start. Absolutely. But you still have to make sure that you're thinking about the longevity of everything. You still have to make sure that you're being realistic, making sure that you don't bite off more than you can chew. And then, of course, it's okay to start smaller. It's okay to say, I'm not going to jump out the window and get 20 booth salon in the mall, where we all know in the mall, having a space in the mall is like nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as how much money they want each month, plus most mall spaces is like they want so many thousand a month, plus they want a percentage of sales. Okay, just something to think about. Even if you got a kiosk, it can be like that. But definitely a full space, a store in the mall, different. But let's say you get a storefront or something like that, or you're in a area where it's good real estate because of different things happening in the area, whatever. It's still gonna be a cost that's gonna fall on your business, whether you're making $1 or $20,000 that month. So always make sure that you are being realistic, going within your means, within the means of what has been allotted to the business. Do not, start dipping into your savings or anything like that. If your business gets a tanking and stuff like that, go find some more business credit. Go figure it out. Go hustle. Go, do something else. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, I'm going to leave you with this. If your business is tanking, is not working out, you're not getting the sales that you thought you were going to get. If you've done the work, like you've gotten coaching, you've gotten mentoring, you've gotten some rebranding, you've done all the steps, and somehow after doing all of that, it's still not work. If you still have any type of coin to try again to get some advice or coaching or whatever, go for it. Absolutely, because your dream, is not going to realize itself. But if you don't put out all the stops, or, you feel like you put all the stops, it's okay to close. You're not a failure. That's the great thing about one of my previous videos about being an LLC and not being a sole proprietorship, because if that motherfucker gotta go bankrupt, baby, bye, and you can start something else, or you could do something else or whatever. Just be realistic. Definitely be realistic, and always be revisiting your goals. Always be revisiting your plan and seeing what things need to change, where you need to come up at, what needs to be decreased. Always be budgeting, and always make sure that you can handle whatever that you have. Okay? Good night. Be found. I'm going to bed. I hope y'all like my banners. Bye. Like and subscribe. Oh, yeah. Book your appointment.